joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, thank you so much for joining me on the show this evening. Let's start with Barack Obama. The former US president has told a Q&A at Hamilton College in New York that he was, quote, in a deep deficit with his wife Michelle, having spent 8 years in the White House, adding that he's also been trying to dig himself out of that hole by doing occasionally fun things. Now, Kinsey, look, this is interesting because, of course, there's been a lot of rumours circulating lately that perhaps the two, Michelle and Barack, are heading for divorce. And this sort of brutally honest comment won't help that speculation, will it?
I feel like we're on BO divorce watch, Barack Obama divorce watch. It's every other day a story like this is coming out, whether it's him spotted somewhere without Michelle Obama. There was that really cute picture. He accidentally photobombed these kids having their photos professionally taken a few days ago. When are these two ever together or talking lovingly about each other? Whenever I hear Michelle talking about her husband, it's derogatory on her new podcast. So I do think that we have rights to be discussing it right now. I think that there's something very odd going on. Any PR professional in their right mind would tell these two either be seen together or say nice things about each other.
Yeah, from a publicity perspective, do something to make it look like you are actually still together. We'll be watching this one closely, won't we? Now, you mentioned that podcast, and it's actually bombed, Michelle Obama's new podcast. This is the one that she's done with her brother, Craig Robertson. The ratings are so bad, reaching just 34th on the Spotify podcast streaming charts. Kinsey, this is quite an embarrassment for the former First Lady.
I don't think that this is what the audience ever wanted from her. Her sitting on a microphone and just shooting the you-know-what with her brother and taking swipes at her husband every other episode. I don't think that that's what they want at all. There's also a bitterness in her tone, and I think that if Barack Obama and his family sold themselves on hope and change, and so to lack that, I think has really been detrimental to her brand. But Meghan Markle, watch out. You're next. April 8th, Confessions of a Female Founder. We're going to be watching your numbers too.
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, now I think we can safely say that one is going to be a flop from the very beginning. And look, speaking of Meghan, she's suffered yet another humiliating setback. And this is over the launch of her new lifestyle brand, As Ever. Now, customers, Kinsey, who bought her $28 honey, they've been told that actually they're not going to be receiving that product. Why not?
Can we just take a moment? Can we take a moment? Can you believe that? I mean, seriously, as my friend, can you believe that this headline is real? You are a woman. You insist we refer to you as a duchess. You have all of the resources in the entire world, and you are having to send emails to your customers to apologize because the product that they purchased and paid for doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Can you believe this? I mean, I honestly thought that this was an Onion headline, a parody when I read it. What horrible planning. And also, I would stress that we were warned about this from the Daily Mail a week or so ago. They announced that the company that's actually running Meghan's website, some of their customers said, beware. Don't use anyone that goes in business with these people because they sell products that don't exist. And here we are today. It's frightening.
It actually is unbelievable, you're right, that all this hype, I'm launching a lifestyle brand, and to absolutely bugger it up so sensationally when you actually go on sale, it's extraordinary, Kinsey. I mean, well, I'm not surprised, to be honest, but geez, it's so bad. Now, look, let's move on because it's official. Bianca Censori is done with Kanye West, and it seems she's gone completely AWOL, even ignoring attempts by Kim Kardashian to reach out and show her some support amid this split. Tell us a bit more about what's going on, Kinsey.
So when Kim found out, along with the rest of the world, that Bianca had officially left Kanye, she privately reached out to her. Privately, I mean, we're hearing about it. So obviously she told somebody. And Bianca did not respond. And that became the story. But I would say to you, I imagine that Bianca is in a really weird potentially scary place right now, distancing herself from Kanye. He raps about how she was scared of his behavior online. So I'm sure she's behaving very carefully going forward. Not sure what he'll say, what he'll do, how he'll react. Also, come on, Kim Kardashian, knowing what we know about her, doesn't everything, even if it is sincere empathy, doesn't everything feel like a PR stunt? If I were Bianca, I'd keep my distance too.
Yeah, look, I think that's a very, very fair point. It's really none of Kim's business, to be honest. And yeah, I do worry about Bianca, that's for sure, because Kanye is clearly unhinged. You don't know what he's going to do day by day. It's just a shame it's taken this long to actually split, because she can certainly do a lot better than somebody like Kanye West. Now, as we all know, It Starts With Us actress Blake Lively is, of course, suing co-star Justin Baldoni for alleged sexual harassment, among many other things that went down on set there. But she's now under fire for her own, what's being described as disgusting act while filming A Simple Favour in 2018. Now, this is apparently because she grabbed actor Henry Golding's crutch during an improvised scene. Now, she later laughed about the impulsive improvisation in the movie's behind the scenes feature, saying, "Hey, nice to meet you. Can I grab your nuts really hard?" But look, given what's going on, Kinsey, at the moment, what do you make of this?
What I make of this is another Meghan Markle. There are receipts. Be careful what you say, be careful what you do. Because if you go and accuse someone of not having the proper intimacy coordinator on set because they're trying to, freestyle it, then you can't do the same thing to your male co-star in a different scenario. And again, I know a lot of people compare her to Amber Heard, but to me, this is a Meghan Markle move where she accuses someone of doing something that we know she's done previously. You're a bully, I'm a bully, etc. So yeah, Blake, you have got to behave yourself going forward because your case is crumbling.
Yeah, clearly at the seams. Before we let you go, King Charles is reportedly raring to go and looking forward to spending some time in Italy next week, Kinsey, and this follows his recent health scare.
Can we just say that this is also in the midst of celebrating his 20th wedding anniversary? Can
Wow.
you believe that? I mean,
Wow.
I want to say I'm so grateful that he feels well enough to take this first state visit of 2023. I think since March of 20, it's his first state visit of 2025, but it's also his first since March of 2023 because of his health battle. And I love that he's chosen to go to Italy, and he's also going to be celebrating 20 years with Queen Camilla. And as a Diana fan, I'm surprised to say that.
Well, yeah, I agree. Look, 20th anniversary in Italy. It's romantic. I think it's actually quite nice. Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Good to see you.